Hello, beautiful people. Samson Williams here for Gochstein Media. Today, we're going to call this the Political Corner, Political Minute, because I saw something involving politics and that was at the corner of politics and cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, blockchain. I was like, we need to talk about this because I've got 5 burning questions for presidential candidate Brock Pierce. So recently, Brock announced that he was running for president in the 2020 election, which happens November 3rd. So go out and register to vote. I was like, this is interesting. I wonder what Brock is up to. And so as all great sources of news come from Instagram, I was like, well, Brock, I hear what you're saying, but don't take my words for it. I'm going to let you check out what Brock said. And then I have 5 questions for you, Brock. Let's see if this works as designed. It looks like it's going to work. Brilliant. Here we go. What is Brock talking about as he's running for president?
Financial inclusion is something that's very relevant to not just this country, but the world at large, and creating systems to provide for more cost-effective mobile banking solutions. Lowering the bar and making banking more accessible is good for humanity in this country in general.
So there you have it. Brock is running for president of the United States here in 2020. He's talking about financial inclusion, which I think is great. This isn't his only platform that he's talking about. You can check out more information by following on Instagram, Brock J. Pierce. And so I do have 5 questions about this because as you're talking about creating systems to provide more cost-effective mobile banking, lowering the bar and making banking more accessible for all, I've got 5 questions for you because this is 2020 and this presidential election is heating up, and maybe you could have my vote depending on how you answer these questions, because I really do want the most qualified person who's going to move all of America forward to be president of the United States in 2020. So first question, what good is an inclusive financial system if the people whom you're trying to include lack basic civil rights? For instance, Black and brown Americans constitute a disproportionate percentage of the unbanked and Americans killed by the police. How will your administration address the lack of basic civil rights amongst the unbanked? That's question number 1. It's a lot to think about. Which leads us to question number 2. How does financial inclusion help Black women like Breonna Taylor when they don't have equal protection under the law? I didn't say these were going to be easy questions, but they're going to be relevant to our current times in 2020. Question number 3. Is financial inclusion a civil right? Very basic, yes or no. It's financial inclusion, a civil right. But please, Brock, feel free to expand upon your response. Question number 4. How do you envision a blockchain or cryptocurrency-based mobile financial system addressing institutional racism in housing, mortgage, and the banking industry, from predatory lending to redlining to whatever criminal activities Wells Fargo is involved in exploiting Black and brown communities? It's not only Wells Fargo, but they're number 1 on my hit list of banks who have bad business practices. Question number 5, and this is the last question for the moment, Brock. Does a systematic move towards mobile money, digital currencies, and digital assets make Wi-Fi a human right? Again, I'm going to repeat this because this is not necessarily a trick question, but give it some thought. Does a systematic move towards mobile money, digital currencies, and digital assets make Wi-Fi a human right? So those are my 5 burning questions for you, Brock, as you're running for office, running for the highest office of the land, President of the United States. Because I've been a registered libertarian for as long as I've been registered to vote, and I've been Black even longer. So these are some of the topics that are on the top of my mind. So, Brock, I look forward to hearing your response. If anyone else has a question, feel free to drop it down below. And thanks for checking out this Political Minute with me, Samson Williams, here on Gochstein Media. See you guys in the next one. Peace.